In this video, I will show you how to update your Relic Incident Intelligence environment from a cross-account environment to a singleton environment. This is the default for accounts that were enabled prior to December 2021. We'll do this with an example. Here we have a Relic organization with 6 accounts. All accounts are in the same environment, which is the default option if your organization was created prior to November 2021. Currently, we can do cross-account correlation with any data. For incident intelligence purposes, all different groups want to only see the data that belongs and matters to them. And so we want to organize their accounts into 2 cross-account environments, then everything else should be singletons, including any future account. And it will look something like this. We're moving from a general environment with all of accounts to more specific groups. Let's see in the UI what we have right now. When I log into New Relic and I go into my alerts and AI issue and activity feed, I can see that I only have one environment. I cannot change. And it took the name of my master account, though that's not a rule. And let's use GraphQL to get the details of all the environments that we have. Here's a query that would list everything. And I can see that I currently have only one environment. It's a cross-account environment. And it's taking over all the accounts in my organization. So let's see how we can transform this to a singleton environment. In this other tab, I'm also on the GraphQL API, and I'm going to look for a mutation for incident intelligence environment, and I'm going to delete that default environment and being prefilled with my master account ID, which is good. Let's execute it. Okay, it got deleted. Let's see what happened here. We just refresh the query, and I can see now that instead of one single environment, I have 6 environments, and all those environments only contain one account. They're all single account environments, and they have no name, meaning these are default environments that newly created because no environments existed. I can do a quick refresh in the UI. And I can see that now I have 6 environments mapping one-to-one to my account. So this is already much better, but this is not exactly what I wanted, right? I wanted to create 2 groups of accounts for my main domains. So let's do this now. Let's go back to GraphQL, and instead of delete, now we're going to create an environment, and we're going to call it AIOps environment for the first one. I'm going to select one of the account ID where we will store all the information. So we're going to select here the master account ID, and I'm going to specifically list the other 2 AIOps environments account ID that I have. Okay, this should be an array of int. So let's take this one here. Okay, so we're going to take this account ID, put a comma, another account ID, and send this. Okay, as the results, let's see what happens. All right, it got created. Now let's create the environment for the machine learning team. I'll just call it ML environment. We will store it into one of the ML account, and we will specify the other ML account ID because I got an array and I'm going to have to do it in here. I'm just going to paste the account ID from my other machine learning account, and I'm ready to create this. Okay, let's see what happened now. Let's refresh. All right, I can see I have a single account environment for my mobile team. I can see, which is the default, I have a cross-account environment for the machine learning teams with their 2 accounts, and I have another cross-account environment with the 3 accounts from the AIOps group. Right? Let's take a look in the UI. Okay, perfect. I have three environments: a cross-account for machine learning, a cross-account for AIOps, and a singleton account for mobile. Let's make sure that this keeps doing what I want for new accounts. So let me create a new account that I'm going to call infrastructure team, infrastructure account. And I want this to be, by default, a singleton. I'll quickly go to my organization and grant access to this new account. Okay, now let's see it in the UI. If I refresh here, I should see that I have a new singleton account environment for the infrastructure environments. Okay, infrastructure environments, a singleton, mobile, a singleton, and then I have 2 cross accounts for ML and AIOps. And let's see the details refreshing the GraphQL. All right, the cross account environment for the AIOps group, a singleton for infrastructure, a single account for mobile, and then another cross account for the machine learning teams. Thanks for listening. I hope this was useful, and don't hesitate to reach out to your Relic team if help is needed. Thank you.